What is up, guys? It is James and I am back with another video. Hope you guys had a good New Year's. Let's make 2026 great. Unfortunately, I'm starting off this year with a loss. Lost $4,165 today, and I want you guys to learn from my mistake. So make sure you watch to the end, but hope you guys had a good year. Can't win them all. All systems don't have 100% win rate. Unfortunately, today I didn't take a win, but I definitely could have avoided this loss. And I kind of need to get this loss out of the way, kind of humble me, because I got to let myself know that I'm not going to win all my trades. And 2026 going on forward, it's going to just make me lock in, learn from this mistake, and continue to learn and grow. So here we are on Top Step. As you can see, $833 lost on my 5 accounts, my 5 XFAs right here, which comes out to a loss of $4,165. This is a trade I took right here. And the reason this trade is a little bit unfortunate is because this was outside of my trading session. I don't usually trade outside of New York AM session, and this was taken during London session. So on top of that, I already broke one of my rules right there. So that was kind of a wake-up call, follow my rules. But here we are, we're gonna head on over to TradingView and show you what exactly I saw. So we're gonna bar replay a little bit, so like right here. We can go ahead and remove these drawings. So looking at this right here, what do we see? We see, looking at the higher time, 4-hour time frame, we can go ahead and where is it? This one right here. This is what I was targeting. 793, 717, 716. What the? Oh, this one right here. Okay, so ignore this candle right here. This is why it's a little bit off, because it's not New York AM session, but I was targeting this high right here. This high was not taken yet on the 4-hour time frame. This was trending higher. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, ignore this candle as well, but basically before this was tapped into, this candle right here was still trending higher to this high. So this high was the most significant draw on liquidity right here. This was for sure going to get taken if we're looking like we're just trading. Looking at all these 1-hour candles, we're just trending higher, and you expect this high to get taken. If this gets taken and we continue higher above this high right here, this got taken right here and we didn't reject off it, we continued higher, I'm expecting this next to be our next target. So going down to the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, 15-minute time frame, completely bullish, start dropping around right here. This is why you don't want to target the next high after taking some sort of draw on liquidity, because you don't know if it's going to reject or continue. But after seeing this 15-minute candle right here, this confirmed to me that we want to continue higher to this next draw on liquidity right here. So what do? I scale down to 15, mark out what fair value gaps we have. We have a 15-minute fair value gap right here. So this is what I kept in mind, that we could potentially not fully reject, but we can start consolidating around here. After that, I go down to the, what does the hourly look like? Yeah, 15, and then we come down to the 5 right here. So we have this 5-minute fair value gap, continue down to the 1 right here, and we're just trending higher. So now I want to see how we react off of this 15-minute gap right here. So keep playing candles, and as you can see, we're pushing up higher. And what time is this right here? 12:23. So right here, if you come down to the 5-minute time frame, if you bar replay this one candle right here, so we actually created this 5-minute gap right here, and this is where I made a mistake. I'll get to that in 1 second. But we had this 5-minute gap right here that we marked out, or that I marked out at least. It was created by this right here. So as you can see, keep playing candles, and then we start retracing into this 5-minute gap right here. This is where we tap into the 5-minute gap right here. So I was watching how we react off this 5-minute gap, and if it respects it, then I was planning on taking a long. So tapped into it, get a nice candle right here, get another candle here. This right here, I wasn't too convinced that we're going to continue going up, just because this candle wasn't completely full yet, and we also had this 1-minute IFVG right here. I don't really use IFVGs, but we had this 1-minute IFVG right here, and I wasn't too convinced by this candle yet, just because it wasn't a very strong candle, and there wasn't a lot of fastest placement. It took kind of long for it to continue higher. So what I do, I wait for one more candle higher, and we invert this 1 minute fair value gap right here, and I decide to take a long mid candle right up here, and I had my stop loss above this low right here, targeting previous day high right here. So it went to 1.32, and I went in with 3 minis. So yeah, I went in with 3 minis, and I would plan on going break even right here, and we never hit my break even spot, and I get stopped out on. And yeah, after that I locked down my account. Didn't want to, you know, revenge trade or anything. So after that we start consolidating a little bit, and then eventually we do take my draw right here. So that was unfortunate. I got retraced on again, but this is how I learned from it. Because I have seen this trade before, and it's actually hasn't played out before, and I shouldn't have taken this trade. I should have waited for a deeper retrace. So here's how I can learn from it, and I want you guys to learn from the same mistake as me. So if we were to go back to bar replay right here, looking at this right here, we have this 5 minute fair value gap that was opened up by this fair value gap. But as you can see, this candle that opened up this 5 minute fair value gap was a bearish, it closed bearish. As you can see right here, it was bearish. And from my past experiences, and what I wasn't thinking about is when a bearish fair value gap gets, or when a fair value gap, a 5 minute fair value gap gets opened up, and say we're in a bullish trend, if it gets opened up and the most previous 5 minute candle was bearish like this one, then it's gonna take a little bit longer to come out of that 5 minute gap. If you play another candle right here, this candle was a bearish closing candle, and so whenever I see some bearish candles closing on the 5 minute and I'm looking to be bullish on my trade is in the bullish direction, my experience is that it's going to take a little bit longer to actually explode up. It's going to take a little bit deeper retrace. So when I took my trade right here, playing our 5 minute candle, looking at this 5 minute, when I took my trade was, or the candle was all the way up here, and it looked like it was gonna continue higher right here, so I took the chance. But I've seen this before, and I know now not to do it. If a bearish candle closes, and say the 5 minute fair value gap right here opened up, and this candle right here was bearish, then I should expect a deeper retrace. And after this candle right here, this was when, sorry, I'm a little congested right now, but after this candle closed, a 15 minute fair value gap opened up right here, and for me to take a trade out of this 5 minute gap, I need to see a little bit stronger. I want to wait for the 5 minute to actually close bullish before I take some sort of continuation out of it. And if you were to go to the 15 minute time frame right here, you can see that a 15 minute gap actually opened up like this. So this was the actual gap that I want to deliver out of. If you look at the 5 minute right here, you can see we consolidate and we actually tap into the 15 minute fair value gap with this next 5 minute candle. And so looking at the 15 minute right here, let me actually just play 5 minute candles actually. So as you can see, taps into the 15 minute gap right here, and then you start seeing more fuller candles right here. If you just look at the 5 minute candle, you can take an entry right here, have a stop loss below the bodies right here, targeting that previous day high after tapping to that 15 minute fair value gap right here. And as you can see, if you go on over to the 15 minute time frame, you can clearly see that after tapping into this 15 minute gap, after having a deeper retrace, not just tapping into a 5 minute gap, but tapping into the 15 minute gap, we deliver out of it to that previous day high, getting that continuation that we look for. So that is something that I learned. I'm definitely going to journal it down, because from my past experience, seeing these 5 minute gaps open up and not seeing it, if this were a bullish candle 5 minute and there's a 5 minute gap and it got tapped into, then I would look to take a 1 minute, entry. But after seeing this indicates that price is slowing down a little bit, and there's not that much volume, and you can get more prone to be getting retraced on, deeply retraced on like I did. So that is the lesson for today. Something I'm definitely gonna note down. And also on top of that, I also traded outside my session, which is not good, but gonna go ahead and journal all this down, learn from it, you know, get this loss out of the way for 2025. You are going to take losses, but what makes great traders is how you come back from those losses, because it is inevitable that you're going to lose when you're learning. When you're profitable, you're going to be losing a lot, but it's how you bounce back from it. If you can bounce back, learn from all your mistakes, then you're just going to continue to learn and you're going to eventually become profitable. So that's what I have to do. I lost so much when I was learning, trying to become profitable, but always learn from it. You know, eventually I got to a point where I got so tired of losing that I had to make sure I stuck to my rules, make sure I stick to my setup, and make sure I just constantly learn from all the mistakes that I didn't make. And today I made a mistake, gonna learn from it, gonna bounce back, not gonna let it beat me down going into 2026. So that's all I really have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it to the end, follow me on Instagram if you haven't. DM me if you want to. I try to respond to all my DMs. I do get a lot of them, but I try to respond to all of them. And yeah, that is all I really have for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.